Hello, dear aspirants. My name is Rakhi, and you are watching me on Guidely, where we are talking about your upcoming exam, that is ECGC. And for that, for PO exam, this session is particularly for essay writing topics. In my upcoming sessions, I'll explain how to write an effective essay. But if you remember, in the last class, I mentioned the best strategy. I talked about what important things you need to do before your descriptive writing paper, right? So practice is definitely essential, and in practice there are come some important points, or we should say like criteria that we need to take care of. First of all, I mentioned the thing that was reading. So reading is very important, like crucial for you all, because at this moment you should go with the content part. How is content part going to help you? If you have the content, then you can write easily. If you are short of content, then writing will be very difficult. So please take care that you are going for an examination where the vacancies are really less, and you will be competing on a big level. So it's important that the filter effect, राइट ये फिल्टर इफेक्ट है. This objective exam is like the high speed and intense, but the descriptive section filters out the candidates who have knowledge but lack communication skills. That is definitely a core requirement for an executive officer role. I mentioned this thing in my last class as well, and again I'm saying this. So take care that your content clarity is a must thing here, and please go with the reading part. Once you build your content, you go with the editorial, and you read some good uh, passages every day. Eventually your knowledge will improve, as well as your understanding of English language will improve. So to write, the back end work is very much required. So what is there in today's session? I am going to talk about the major categories. From them you can expect the upcoming topic. Okay, I will also come with a full detailed session that how to write the essay, what are the important components of the essay. For example, an essay must have an introduction, body paragraphs, and conclusion. A structured essay must have all these components. And what are the like ready to use phrases, and how we can write our essay beautifully. I'll be bringing different sessions for all of you before your exam, definitely, right? So essay is a structured piece of writing where you express your perspective on a specific topic. It definitely tests your knowledge about that subject, your ability to organize thoughts. Let's take the topic dowry. Let's take the topic demonetization. Let's talk about offline learning versus online learning. So we all have plenty of thoughts, numerous ideas, but when it comes to writing, we are always, like blank. Most of the aspirants who are really good with their, knowledge of English, they are, I would not say the word, but they are at sometimes like pathetic with the descriptive part because of the unstructured writing. Sometimes they are just writing a big paragraph. It means they didn't go with the proper structure of the essay. Sometimes they are following this structure, like, okay, they wrote a good intro, but one of the body paragraphs is too long and the other is too short. That is again unstructured. So it is very important that you organize your thoughts. For that, you need some brainstorming. We'll be talking about that as well in our upcoming sessions. How to brainstorm, how to get the ideas, and how to put them in the perfect grammatical correct way. So for PO, like for ECGC PO, topics are usually related to economy, banking, trade, and current social issues. So let's talk about the category number one. As you know that they will be related to trade, economy, or finance. So I would say there is the highest probability, there's the highest probability that you are going to get topics from these categories that I'm talking about. And I'm being very logical here because whatever is the, like post, it must be something related to that. So here I see the proper relevancy. Category number one I have is high probability, the core themes. The core themes means the topics that are directly related to the organization's mandate and current economic trends. Role of ECGC in boosting Indian exports, how credit guarantees protect exporters from global uncertainty. I'm sorry. Impact of geopolitical conflicts on global supply chains, discussing the Russia Ukraine or Middle East crisis and its effect on Indian trade. As you all know, Guidely is always to help you whenever there is any exam. So again, it's here in just 149 if you use the code 149. If you use the code selection, you are going to get it in just 149. What is there in this batch? In this writing test, descriptive writing test for ECGC PO 2025, this particular package has 10 sets of essay writing, 10 sets of précis writing, sample PDFs available for all sets, 6 months validity, and it is available on the website. So go there and feel the change. You can master this descriptive paper with Guidely's new AI-driven feedback system. Isn't it so amazing what you write if someone checks and someone gives you the feedback? This is the most amazing thing about it, so don't miss it. The China Plus One strategy, opportunities for India to become a global manufacturing hub, green exports and carbon taxes, the impact of EU's Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism (CBAM) on Indian exporters. Free trade agreements (FTAs), are they a boon or a bane for domestic Indian industries? MSMEs, this is very important. The backbone of Indian exports, challenges, credit technology, and solutions. So, as I have said, core of this particular organization. Now, let's talk about category number two, banking and finance. The technical themes, standard topics for bank PO exams, often repeated. Digital rupee, you prepare this for other banking exams as well, right? E-rupee or CBDC, its potential to revolutionize across border payments. Artificial intelligence and banking, AI is like omnipresent, right? And AI in banking is again efficiency versus job loss concerns. If the task will be automated, then manpower को तो बहुत बड़ा loss हो जाएगा. Privatization of public sector banks. I really think we all are aware with this topic. Economic, rational, and social impact. Financial inclusion. The role of digital banking in reaching rural areas. Green finance, the role of banks and insurance in fighting climate change. Cryptocurrency regulation, should it be banned or regulated? Category number third, evident, social and current affairs. The general themes, these are often given as option B to test general awareness. You know that you will have a choice there, right? India's G20 presidency, key takeaways, and India's rising soft power. The gig economy, it was asked like in one of the main exams of descriptive. Social security challenges for delivering partners and freelancers. Women entrepreneurship, how financial independence is changing social structures. Electric vehicles, EVs, you can hear about it everywhere, right? Challenges in infrastructure, we are unable to provide the proper infrastructure for EVs, and also adoption in India, where people are so happy with their diesel and CNG vehicles. CNG is okay, but diesel and petrol, like how they are impacting our environment. 5G technology impact on Indian digital ecosystem. Remember, these three categories I have talked about are the major categories, and most of the times we get topics from these. Next, in my next session, I am bringing the detailed proper strategy that how you need to write each of the sections, like each of the section in your exam. As well, I'll talk about the essay structure point. So note, if you get a choice between mental health, an abstract topic, and the impact of digital rupee, a technical topic, always choose the technical one. Why? Because it's always easier to get marks for defining CBDC and giving RBI terms, example, data than it is to write a philosophical essay that impresses the examiner. Just like if it is AI evaluation, you will be given marks for good grammar, vocab, coherence, structure, your critical thinking, your examples that you use. So all those things are very much possible when you go with a technical topic than with an abstract topic. Okay, so technical essays have right answers, abstract essays are always subjective. Go with the right choice. We'll talk more about that, don't worry. Remember, when you are writing, please write error free. Okay, so no, I'm not saying to be impeccable, that is definitely not possible, but please write, try to write professionally, use the right terms, the right phrases, and please learn some good words to make your vocab pool bigger. I'll see you all in the next one. Till that time, bye bye. Take care. Keep learning and keep growing. Take care, everyone.